Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So out here in the garage, getting to be New Year's, and seems like I do a lot of reloading around this time of year in the winter time. And I went out the other day and was shooting the Carcano, and I usually don't get much brass in 7.62 by 39 because I don't shoot that rifle very much. But since I had some brass, I figured I'd go ahead and load that up. And trying to develop a subsonic load. And this is the bullet I'm using. It is a 245 grain lead cast bullet with a high-tech coating. It's made by Missouri Bullet Company. It's 309 diameter, and it's intended for the 300 blackout. But I thought, that'd be cool out of that little bolt action rifle. And so I'll kind of show you what I'm doing here, maybe roll in some footage. I shot some today and they don't shoot very good, but they're awful fun to shoot. They were keyholing and just overall not shooting very good. I was able to keep them below supersonic speeds on a lot of the different loads I'm trying, but I'm using CFE black for powder, and just kind of making a plinking load is all it's going to be for. But anyway, I'll show you what I got set up here. So my bench is pretty crowded, kind of running out of room, but just single staging it so it's enough. There's the bullets that I'm shooting and the powder, and I like to use this old Lyman DPS 2 reloader, Lyman 1200. Makes it really easy if you're changing loads. It doesn't take time to set up each load. So I'm loading these with 12 grains, and this makes it super easy. It just meters it out, beeps at you when it's ready, and it keeps a rolling count of the cartridges so you can reference on your loading block and make sure that you're on the right cartridge. So I've got 36 cases, and this is the last one to load. So I'll start seating some bullets. So one thing to mention, these end up being a couple hundred thousandths longer than what would fit in a magazine-fed rifle, like a SKS or an AK or something like that. So if you're thinking that would make you a good round for your suppressed AK, it won't work. You can't seat the bullet deep enough because they have these engagement rings on it. So that's pretty much as deep as I can seat it. Alright, out here working on this Subsonic 7.62 by 39 load again. And let's see how they work. Forgot to put my glasses on. 1071. Pretty much all of them stayed subsonic there. Getting pretty close to approaching 1100, so at this elevation those might have been supersonic, but I think that's the load I'm going to stick with. I really enjoy shooting it. It's really a lot of fun. But these are my results at 25 yards. So I shot 4 rounds, maybe 5 at this target. And as you can see, they cut really nice slots where they were tumbling. If you're wondering what a tumbling bullet does, that's the hole it makes. So obviously those aren't very good. And then to add the insult to injury, I moved back to 50 yards and I shot at this target. And I hit one here. I shot 6 rounds at this target. So there's 2. One over here, 3. And I think the other ones went in the dirt. So just I guess part of testing, you know, I want to see, is the bullet stabilized, and how does it shoot? Just because it's below the speed of sound doesn't mean that it's you know, gonna all just work. This is why you have to come out and test your reloads. But there's a perfect keyhole right there. A couple of them. That one just is awesome. So anyway, I gotta keep working. It's awful fun load to shoot, but if it's not gonna stabilize, then it's not gonna be worth loading. So I'll keep playing with it. Alright guys, well, we got them completed here. That's what the loaded round looks like. This is a standard 7.62 by 39 123 grain round, and you can see that that bullet's sticking out about 175 thousandths farther. That's why it won't go in a magazine, but it will shoot out of the Carcano in those clips. It functions just fine. I say just fine. Being a blunt nose, it doesn't always feed real well, but it does feed out of the magazine, out of the box, or out of that Ebonic clip. But there's a picture, or a comparison: 123 grain bullet, 7.62 by 39, and that 300 blackout bullet that is 245 grain. So you might ask yourself, why in the world go through the trouble of loading something like this, especially if I'm not seeing a good result with how it shoots? Well, throughout the year, I generally end up with odd primers, and these all take a large rifle primer, but I just throw them in a bag when I sweep up the floor and I've dropped a few or whatever, and I don't really keep track of what they are. They're either large or small. Well, in a load like this, these are, I mean, you can load them with large pistol primers, and there's no concern with how they're going to function. And you know, you might go, well, I could do that with a large pistol case. Well, if they're rifle primers, you know, your hammer on your pistol won't set them off reliably. So the rifle doesn't care. It'll set off pistol primers or rifle primers. So this is a really good way of getting rid of some primers I had laying around that were just odd stuff, and I really didn't have any other way to use them. So anyway, that helps me out, and they're fun to shoot. So anyway, this is the end of the year for me and for everybody, I guess. But this is probably the last video I'm going to put up. Appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed the few that I put up this year. Hopefully I can get some more up next year on a more regular basis. But I appreciate everybody watching, and hope you have a happy new year. And I'll see you on the next video. See you in 2023.